Hello again, gamers. Today, we are back with another, hopefully, educational video, as the Heatran video was very well received by you guys. This time, we are going to go over how Regenerator Slowbro would help break stall more than buff it in PokeMMO PvP. I've had a lot of people ask me this question or been asked to clarify on this thought by viewers, by Petrowski. Even Park, who was on the tiering council, was like, oh wait, wouldn't this just help stall? So I decided to make a video explaining to spread the word, since knowledge is power. Please do not take this as an opportunity to bash anyone who didn't have as strong a grasp on PvP as others, but once you're all educated, feel free to argue amongst yourselves in the comments. I understand that at a basic or neutral level of comprehension of PvP, you grasp that Regenerator Pokemon are bulky, hard to kill, and in your head would fit on stall, which is generally true for a lot of them. With annoying mons like Toxapex, Amoonguss, Tangrowth to an extent, shoutouts to Smooch, that's his favorite Pokemon because he's built like a Tangrowth, Corsola, I can understand why they get a bad reputation. However, Slowbro with Future Sight and Teleport would be an exception in PokeMMO, which you wouldn't actually know unless you've played Generation 8 plus PvP, when Teleport gained function, aside from taking you back to your previously used PC. These two moves in conjunction have crazy wall-breaking potential, due to throwing up a Future Sight with the Slowbro and then using Teleport to let in a frail breaker that would otherwise have a hard time finding entry to the field. This lines up a strong hit from the breaker on top of the Future Sight, which nothing can really switch into. On top of that, if you take a look at PokeMMO's stall, there's not really any room for Slowbro, in my opinion. And to explain that, I have a paste of stall, thanks to Rainer, and we're going to go down the team and explain why they're all more valuable Pokemon to bring for stall compared to Slowbro. We'll also look at all the members and see how they switch into Future Sight plus Close Combat. If you guys enjoy my content, consider subscribing because it makes me feel good to see the number go up. Thank you very much. So, stall. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. When I asked Rainer to send me a stall team, he was like, oh, which one? He sent me like a picture of a dozen of them. I was like, what the fuck, brother? Send me Weavile plus 5 walls, because everyone's seen this one before. Weavile plus 5 walls. There's some variation to it sometimes, but we've all seen this on the ladder sometime before. So, let's get started. I guess we'll start with Skarmory, because he's also physically defensive, just like Slowbro, so. If you were thinking that this would be the appropriate replacement because they're both physically defensive Pokemon, no. Steel is busted typing, Skarmory also has ground immunity, so he doesn't take spikes, isn't weak to Scissor U-turn, unlike Slowbro who takes 70%, has hazards, and removal. So, cannot take over Skarmory's slot. If you were thinking it replaces Chansey because they're both pink with Teleport, no. Wish from Chansey into Teleport is busted, since due to Chansey's massive HP pool, it'll heal any guy fully, which is why you see guys like Weezing on stall that don't have reliable recovery otherwise. Chansey also has rocks. Or access to rocks, not in this team, but I can use them. Weezing. Weezing. Neutralizing gas does too much for stall teams to not include it. Getting rid of all the wall-breaking abilities like Guts, Adaptability, Technician, Contrary, Sharpness. I guess not Sharpness. I scripted this when Gallade was still in the game. Poison Heal, so Swords Dance Gliscor is no longer the stall breaker I'm used to it being in every generation it's ever been in. And speaking of guys that will die to Toxic when they shouldn't, Magic Guard Ryu Nicholas has to fear getting Toxic, because if Weezing comes out and clicks Protect, it's just gonna die from all the built-up Toxic turns, just like Gliscor. Neutralizing gas also takes care of abilities like Levitate, so Pokemon take hazards they normally wouldn't. I remember the first time my Rotom Wash took Toxic Spike switching into Weezing, I was so angry. I was so mad. Even stuff like opposing Regenerator gets shut down by neutralizing gas Weezing. So balanced teams with stuff like Amoonguss and Mienshao will not have their longevity and they will lose to stall quicker. So incredibly valuable mon for stall, cannot be replaced. Gastrodon. This guy has important roll compression, as he stops the team from getting smoked by Rotom Wash or Zapdos clicking Volt Switch repeatedly. And also, since this is PokeMMO, he has hazards. Gastrodon has access to both Stealth Rock and Spikes in this game. Shouts out to Blue Gastrodon. If you guys are a Gastrodon fan, let me know which Gastrodon you like to play with. I enjoy Gastrodon Blue, me personally. Weavile. Weavile. Stall benefits from having a Trapper immensely because they take care of, like imagine when Scarf Gallade was still legal, or Swords Dance Gallade, like you have to threaten pursuit and yoink that shit so it doesn't beat everything you've got. Traps Gallade. It also similarly traps like Calm Mind Espeon, which is why we don't see Calm Mind Magic Bounce Espeon just 6-0ing stall. It's because Weavile exists to put a stop to that. Weavile also runs Punishment, which is really important to not lose to Calm Mind Suicune, Ryu Nicholas, clicking Calm Mind and Iron Defense. For those who don't know, Punishment is a move that gains power based off of the amount of stat boosts your opponent has, so you can't Calm Mind up on them. Also forces out Superior if it gets too spooky for the stall team. Lastly, we have Tentacruel. Now, even though both of these guys are water types, Slowbro cannot replace Tentacruel, especially on a team like this. Tentacruel can Rapid Spin. It's a secondary Hydreigon check to those pesky Roost, Taunt, Nasty Plot Hydreigon variants. It also helps with Volcarona because it takes care of every Volcarona variant. Hidden Power Ice, Bug Buzz is walled. Giga Drain doesn't work because Liquid Ooze, you know, damages you. You slurp up the ooze and you get damaged. And Slowbro loses to the cannot Rapid Spin, loses the Hydreigon, and loses to like every Volcarona. Now, let's take a look at these Pokemon and see how they handle Future Sight plus Teleport into something like Infernape clicking Close Combat, right? Chansey cannot switch into Close Combat. Weezing cannot switch into the Future Sight. Skarmory, if it takes the Future Sight along with switching into the Close Combat, is going to die to the follow-up Close Combat. Same with Gastrodon. Tentacruel will also die to Future Sight plus, even though it resists the fighting move, it's weak to the Future Sight. And Weavile, of course, cannot switch into any fighting move. So, Slowbro would go crazy with this team. This whole entire team would get blown up by Future Sight plus Teleport into fighting move. If the stall was running Sableye, I guess it could switch into Psychic move plus fighting move, but stall has no reason to run Sableye anymore now that Gallade is banned. So I guess a more realistic example would be, oh, if the stall was running Gliscor with Protect and was able to get around the Future Sight plus attack combo. Future Sight is still doing like half to full Impish Gliscor, which is what everyone runs in this game. So again, maybe we would at least see some set variation. Some people switching to Careful, just like they might have for Heatran. Now, if you're asking, oh, well, Professor Spidget, if Slowbro won't be used on stall, where will I use him? On my Sash Drill Hyper offense? No. Slowbro's addition would mainly buff balance and bulky offense and do less for the extremities like Hyper offense and stall, which, as I've said in my Heatran video, I think is good. If you don't know what Slowbro does, since he's not used in OU in this game due to him missing his ability, basically he's a big bitch who takes physical hits very well. He's also strong with just 10 less base special attack compared to defense. And since he's a Gen 1 Pokemon, he has crazy coverage with stuff like Flamethrower, but I'd assume we would mostly see stuff like Scald and Ice Beam in this physically dominated metagame with all these dragons. It also has Calm Mind, it can inflict status, it can run the Future Sight and Teleport that we've talked about earlier. It can even Trick Room pretty well in conjunction with Teleport, because it can maybe set up multiple times. I imagine that people will come up with all sorts of different stuff to suit the metagame. In fact, let's search up Slowbro just in my builder and see across the different formats and generations what I've used Slowbro for in my builder. Here, Generation 7, it appears I have a Trick Room Mega Slowbro along with Min Speed, Toxic Spikes, Nidoking. This is crazy. I don't know what this is doing in my builder. This is the team that made me fall in love with Future Sight plus Teleport. A big shout out to, I believe it was Storm Zone and Pinkacross who made this team. Basically, Slowbro clicks Future Sight, clicks Teleport, and it gives free entry to the Kartana. My Banded Kartana, who is oh so strong, and nothing is going to switch into my Banded Kartana hit, plus Future Sight from Slowbro. Then we have, like in Gen 6, people like to use Slowbro on Sand because it doesn't really care about taking the Sand chip as a defensive guy, because he regenerates it off. Like on this team, nothing takes Sand chip except for the Regenerator guys, so. Another Sand team. But this Slowbro has counter, which is funny. It's holding the Z move. I think this team is really weak to Weavile. So it has the... You can't knock off a Z move, so you don't get the full knockoff damage. What am I saying? You guys don't even know about full knockoff damage. But yeah. Slowbro will click counter, kill the Weavile. Rest of the team is safe. Another electric terrain Future Sight. Like, again, we've got Future Sight, Teleport. We teleport into our Bandit or Shifu. And we have Surging Strikes in close combat to threaten the entire metagame. Nothing will be able to switch in to those two moves. And we do have a little fat, a little balance. A little ugly double Trapper, Pursuit plus Magnezone. Double Wind Condition with Calm Mind Mega Slowbro. Oh my god, my cat just went crazy. And Swords Dance Gliscor. This team would get so fried by Weezing. That makes me so sad. So yeah, these are all sorts of different things that Slowbro can do. I'm sure we'd see a bunch of different stuff from PokeMMO. It can do a lot. I think that's everything. I hope that you guys learned something. I hope that you guys enjoyed this sort of content. It takes a lot of time and effort to prepare this type of video compared to the normal stuff I do. So if you made it to the end, let me know you liked it. Give me a yippee woohoo in the comments. Just so you guys know, I'm giving away a Shadow Cape. I probably should have said that earlier. When 1,000 people join my Discord, so join the Discord if you guys want a chance to win a Shadow Cape. If your mind has been changed about Slowbro with this new info, let me know. I'd love to know that. If you disagree with me, even knowing what Slowbro does now, I'd still love to know why. I still would love to hear from you. Either way, comment down below, and have a great rest of your day, guys. Much love, and peace out.